Hi everyone, my name is Mario and welcome to another episode of PT Talks. Today we're actually going to be debunking a myth, and this is the saying you need to work out 7 days a week. Well, this is actually false. So, you don't need to train every single day to see results. Here's the thing. In many cases, it's may slow down your progress via under recovery, and also you may have a higher risk injury. So the main topic of today is actually recovery is the engine of adaptation. What does that mean? Is that we'll be looking at how many days you're gonna have to actually train to see results, and also program smarter, program around your goals. So we can include that 7 days a week, you don't have to be training. Okay, so let's get into it. Why does rest matter? We have stimulus and we have adaptation. Whenever you train, muscles are stimulated. So overall, that's called stimulation. Adaptation comes from recovery. Recovery means resting. In order for us to actually recover properly, we need to give the body 24 to 48 hours. So hitting the same muscles within a 24 to 48 hour time period may not be the best thing to do. It also depends on the type of training that you're doing, how intense it is, but overall, you want to be giving your muscles a breather. So that'll be your takeaway number one. Let the muscles rest. After doing resistance exercise, there's a process called muscle protein synthesis. So this rises after 24 to 48 hours. What does protein do, or the process of muscle protein synthesis do? Imagine that you have a wall, such as, well, that's actually a door, but right here next to me, I have a wall. Imagine you're hitting the wall time and time again. You start seeing cracks, it starts deteriorating. That's pretty much what exercise does, is we start deteriorating the muscle. What does protein do? It starts patching it up. So imagine you have a bunch of clay or whatever material you're gonna use to build up that wall. You start adding layers onto it. So during recovery, what protein does is that it adds those extra layers to the muscle to patch whatever cracks were made, and also add that extra layer of muscle. So that's what recovery does. It helps the body adapt to whatever stimulus you just put the body onto. There's also a saying that is too much too soon. That means overloading the muscles in a very short period of time. So accumulated load without recovery drifts from functional overreaching. So there is this thing called overtraining syndrome. This is affiliated with performance decline, mood disturbance, and multi-system strain. What we want to do is to avoid this. That means resting period, as I've been saying throughout this whole video. In addition, there is also an injury risk aspect of overtraining. If we don't give the muscles, if we don't give the body, if we don't give the bones the amount of time to recover, they're going to be more injury prone. So overtraining, it's not a good thing. It might look appealing, hitting as many workouts as you can, doing as many reps, as many sets with the most amount of weight that you can be partially beneficial, but there is always a limit. So this comes down to how many days do we really need? According to ACSM, the resistant training frequency guidelines by training status are going to be varying. So I'm going to read this off because it's actually a lot of numbers. But if you just started out, your body needs more time to adapt to the workouts because your body is not used to working out that much. So we're going to be looking at 2 to 3 days a week. If you're in intermediate level, your body by this point knows what to expect. It's already gone through maybe different workout cycles or maybe different types of training. We're going to be looking at 3 to 4 days a week. If you're advanced, maybe you're an athlete, maybe you're just a regular gym goer that has reached that level or is looking for their peak performance, or maybe you're a bodybuilder, you're going to be looking at 4 to 5 days a week with planned rest. These types of workout programs normally run in cycles. They may be organized a little bit differently, and they normally have deload weeks. So it looks quite a bit different depending on the level where you're at and what your goal is. But independently of wherever you're at, there is always going to be planned rest. And that's what we want. We want to be able to give the body that window of recovery. So the bottom line is, dose your weekly volume across 3 to 5 days for most lifters. Advanced athletes may require 5 to 6 days of training with periodization recovery. 7 is really unnecessary. I want to thank our sponsor today, Celsius Energy Drinks. They provide caffeinated and carbonated energy drinks in which they pack in one can 140 milligrams of caffeine. That equals a cup and a half of coffee. Yeah, zero sugar, great flavors, and they get the job done. I'm actually gonna crunch my workout right after this, so this is gonna be very helpful. The way that I wanna close this video today is more isn't always better. Smarter is always better. Train hard, rest deliberately, progress gradually, and you'll get stronger, look better, and stay healthier. Remember, listen to your body, rest. If you need to take a day off or two, do it. Your body knows best. Listen to it. But just don't get off track, because then you're gonna lose your healthy habits. And also, don't forget to follow us. Please share, like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, how many times a week do you work out? What does your program look like? Have a great day, everyone.